Today we are talking about this book by Sayaka Murata, Earthlings. There we go. So my travels by sea take me across almost the entire world, and I come across many different cultures and people during my travels, and somehow the Japanese people have always captured my imagination. It just for the way they are, the way they do things, you know, the precision that they work with, the dedication they have towards every little thing that they do, the strong belief that they have in their own identity. This identity that they have held on to over the years is something that I admire a lot. Something that comes across in everything that they do. So I never truly miss an opportunity to get my hands on a book written by an influential Japanese author. Those of you who haven't heard of Sayaka Murata, she is a Japanese author who has won numerous awards for her writing, of course in Japanese. Her last popular book that was translated into English was called Convenience Store Woman. Sayaka Murata, well, she definitely has a different perspective on the world itself. It comes across in most of her books. Talking about Earthlings, the one we are reviewing today, I was trying very hard to decide in which category should I place this book. You know, is it just pure fiction, or is it fantasy? Is it science fiction? It's difficult to put your finger on exactly what genre this book falls under. If I had to narrow it down to a single genre, it comes across something like what Gabriel Garcia had done with 100 Years of Solitude, and I would call it magical realism. Because somehow even Sayaka Murata has been able to take the mundane and make it seem extraordinary in what she is describing in this book. So what is this book mostly about? Well, Earthlings is really a dystopic view on society. It's really how one is to survive in society if one is different, or if one does not conform to the standardized norms of what's expected of you. The main protagonist in this book, Natsuki, is a 10-year-old girl with a vivid imagination. Well, to put it simply, she is odd in terms of society standards. Sayaka Murata has been able to, you know, in terms of, as I stated earlier, magical realism, she's been able to transport the reader into her mind, and you're able to perceive the world the way she sees it. In order to survive in the world the way it is, Natsuki creates a reality of her own, and in her own reality she's a magician who always carries her bag within which she keeps her wand and a puppet. She believes that the puppet is from a alien planet, and it speaks to her and has given her magical powers. So whenever she finds herself in confines of society, or in situations that she cannot cope with, she uses these magical powers to survive. She has a sibling who's of course adored by her parents, but for some reasons her parents are unable to relate to her needs, and because of that she's always at odds ends with them. Now every year during her summer vacations, they go into the mountains to meet her grandparents and spend time with them, and that's where she comes across her cousin Yu. Now her cousin Yu is somehow similar to her, for he believes that he's an alien who's just waiting for his spaceship to come and take him back to the planet where he belongs. And Sayaka Murata, somehow while reading the book, she is able to, you know, create that realism for you where you truly believe in the imaginative world of these children. And due to their oddness, the two of them decide, even though they are cousins and it's a taboo to fall in love, but both of them decide to get married. And what's interesting about their marriage as 10-year-old kids is their vows. Not really marriage vows, it's more like a marriage pledge. So when they do decide to get married in their own imaginative world, this is a pledge that they make to each other. Number one, don't hold hands with anyone else. Number two, wear your ring when you go to sleep. And number three, survive whatever it takes. The third pledge is what gets them through their whole life in this book. Survive whatever it takes. For I don't want to break into any spoilers here, so not going to delve into what is it that's killing them, but the whole book revolves around how they survive. And it's a linear timeline, but it soon jumps into her late 30s after a certain event that breaks through, which devastates both their families. And of course, the two of them are in the center of that event. Natsuki herself, of course, is dealing with many events that are shaping her imagination, and which also includes being traumatized by a teacher who's loved by all the children but is actually a pedophile, and nobody seems to believe her what he is and what he does. And of course, the story takes a nasty turn with what ends up with that teacher. And of course, I'm not going to delve into any spoilers again. You should read the book to see how the story progresses. What is interesting for me really is Sayaka Murata's concept on society and what is expected of people at large. And it's interesting for me because the Japanese have, as a people, have always captivated my imagination. I have traveled extensively in Japan. I mean, from the smaller cities like Hachinoi, Niigata, Sendai, to the larger cities like Tokyo, Yokohama. I have always been so impressed by the way they do things in every manner whatsoever. Whenever I get the opportunity to get my hands on a book by an influential Japanese author, I try not to miss that opportunity. And definitely Sayaka Murata has a very unique outlook on life, people and culture, which would explain a lot about the Japanese people, or why they are the way they are. If you want to take a look at a dystopic view of society at large, and how an imaginative world can help you survive based on how you decide to create that world for you, do read the book Earthlings by Sayaka Murata. Let us know in the comment section how it worked for you. If there are other Japanese authors that you all know about, I would definitely like your opinion on that. I would love to read and of course review any books that you think need mentioning in our channel. And if you found any value in what we are discussing here, do like and subscribe to our channel, and all the best then. Okay.